Once again, whoa now there. It's your boy the Toothless Wonder, aka Slick Gregory, aka Foul Sharpton, reporting live from the Bamboozle Again News Network. And on this precipice, on this Friday evening rather, I just had I'll just be coming on here with just random thoughts, right? And I was thinking about gifts, right? Like I see my man, he good with his hands, or my man got a gift for like being, like schoolwork and retaining that stuff and passing tests and all that. And I was thinking, like, what are my gifts? And I've heard people say, and I'm a firm believer, if you're looking or seeking the truth, you may not know the truth, but you should know the truth when you hear it, if that's what you're truly looking for deep down. Uh, but I'm like, when I assess myself, right, honestly, right, do an internal, I'm like, yo, what are my gifts? And then to me, my gifts don't seem that super duper spectacular in the sense of like making money or propelling myself forward. That's why I think as I continue to grow and evolve, my gift or my calling has to do with something with serving. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody God called, they might have been esteemed or and then hated or vice versa. But they were in some position to serve, to be a benefit to others. Even while maybe at the time, depending on the person and the situation of time, the people might not have appreciated or might have hated them for it. You see what I'm saying? And I've definitely walked a path, not to, put myself in this category, but like of almost a prophet. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look at the prophets of the Old Testament, they went through hell. We're talking about isolation, people trying to line them up. You know what I mean? Crying out to God, getting frustrated. Elijah, arguably one of the greatest prophets, had just got a victory over the prophets of Belial or whatever, however you pronounce that. And he said, man, I'm done, man. Just come on, man. Ain't nobody else out here with me. Then he had to remind them that there were, I think, 7 others who hadn't bowed down. And basically told them, and got the birds to give him some food, and told him, take a nap. You be all right, yo. And I find myself like that. Like sometimes, not today. Today was all right, as far as the mood and emotions. But I'm like, sometimes I'll be like, yo, is it worth it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Anything, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not really that self-absorbed, like, for wisdom purposes, I'm selfish as far as my energy and not letting people bamboozle me. But, you know what I mean? I see somebody needs some help, I just help, you know what I'm saying? And it's not like I'm doing it so I can tell somebody about it, or I guess I just did. I'm just giving a scenario. It's not like I'm doing it for that. I'm doing it because, you know what I'm saying? I understand. Because I've walked a certain type of path that I'd never seen destined for me. Um, you'd be surprised what I've seen, what I've been privy to, and what I've endured. Like when I look back, I'm like, darn, yo, like this was dangerous. I should have died there, and you know what I'm saying. And not only just that, but as the word talk about going through the fire to purge stuff out of you, but when you come out on the other end, you don't smell like smoke. In a real world application, like you don't look like or act like what you've been through. So I might tell somebody something, they're like, for real, bro? Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, wow, like how'd you? And I guess that's where the testimony kick in. I'm like, yo, what are my gifts? Like, I have the gift of being able to see the positive attributes or the skills in others without hating on them. And maybe I could use that at a later time for as we get gathered, you know what I'm saying? Like an administratively, or like a coach who calls plays, you know what I'm saying? Like I am a play caller, you know what I'm saying? I got called plays for myself. But here's one that I think we kind of overlook that is greatly needed. Now, granted, it's serious business out here. And I'm probably the most serious, lighthearted guy you'll ever meet. Like, I'm about my BI. I don't be playing, especially with people. I don't play with my time. I don't let nobody play with my mind. But I do, but I guess because of the path I had to walk in these very, especially earlier on when I first went to Baltimore, these very, and then I didn't have a lot of experience because he was walking me through stuff which helped me build my faith. So I'm like, you put me in this position that I'm finally trying to rectify certain issues I got related to alcoholism and, behavior, so on and so forth, mentality, whatever, right? But now that I'm legitimately trying, you put me in an environment where everybody lying and don't nobody give up. And if they do give up, they're trying to work you. You know what I mean? So I used to walk, like, and then I found a park where I would go at night, like I'm ready to do now, going to the gym or whatever, and like exercise, just talk to myself, like, cause nothing made any sense. But it helped build up my faith as he walked me through stuff, and the stuff I thought was gonna drop me didn't. Like child support was trying to send me. I ain't never been to prison when I should have went to prison. So I can't see myself actually trying to do right, and I go to prison for child support. And I was like under $5,000, but they were trying to break bad on me. But I was never in jeopardy of going to prison. I just never knew that because I was sitting on information that would have stopped it. You see what I'm saying? Or certain like issues I used to have, and I just thought about this one dude. I thought I was helping him by putting him D with something. But what ended up happening, looking back on it, when you like ego driven, you don't perceive that there are those who can perceive or see your bullshit. So I had told him like, yo, cuz you might want to move a little different. He just flared up on me. All right, man, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I thought I'd help the brother out. You know what I'm saying? And then he started talking all this yang yang, but he's doing it like from across the street. So I said, cuz, bro, I'm over here, and we've been rapping and drinking. Like, you can come, like, you know what I'm saying? What's all that for? What's all this scene causing for? And he older man, he's supposed to be out the, you know, like the old dope mob at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and I had been lost respect for him because I see how he was treating people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, whatever, man. So the brother told me, he said, man, you hating on me. I said, bro, how I'm hating on you? And I don't want to do nothing I seen you doing. He flares up, but he goes back across the street. I'm shaking my head, but I'm standing on my ground because I'm not from it, but ain't nobody gonna run me nowhere. So we might as well just get this over with. And I don't like stuff lingering. So then they come up, he was like, man, what did he say? He called me the B word. I said, how I'm a B word? But when main man got his new car, you popped his tar. When niggas start doing that? But he went back. I'm like, all right, whatever. So he was like a dirty dude though. Like as far as, you know what I'm saying? Now he's become privy to the information that I've been seeing through him. He just didn't know it. When I start recalling these certain type of events back to him. So everybody hear about it. I'm like, ain't nothing, I'm done with the shit. And then he tried me one day and I stopped him. And then I think that pissed him off. You know what I'm saying? So, mind you, I'm out and about, but I am on high alert. Because I don't know how he trying to play. And, you know what I'm saying, whatever. So, you know, I'll be going up throughout Baltimore, you know, going to the library, grocery, and I run into these pockets of brothers, right? Of the youngins. Now, mind you, prior to this, now I didn't relapse by this point. But now, say I'm just outside, I'm smoking, I'm drinking, I'm doing whatever. And I don't know why, but people tend to feel the need to, like, congregate towards me. And then they just tell me shit. I guess that's a spiritual gift, that people feel comfortable telling you stuff they probably won't tell anybody else. So the youngin might say, now when I mean young, he probably in his 20s, you know what I'm saying? I was in my 30s at the time. So he might drop a situation on me. I listen to him, I hear him out, pass him to Jay, you know what I'm saying? Most of the dudes, they didn't really drink like that. They might pop, I don't pop pills. Pass him to Jay, hear him out, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, cuz I know this hot, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But look at it like this, or, you know what I'm saying? Just think about it though, cuz. Just don't rush to do nothing. You know what I mean? And then, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. And then we bop off or whatever the case may be. But by me doing that and then perceiving that I did it genuinely from a place of, you know what I'm saying, love or understanding, this dude went back to these youngins and tried to pay them to do something to me. Mind you, I'm totally oblivious to this. Here's another gift I got. If I ain't got nothing else, I got some grace and mercy. So I'm knowing he do little dumb shit, because I've seen him do it to other people. I'm not going, but I don't know how it's coming from, and I ain't from around here. So whatever. So I, go to the bus stop. I see one of the little youngins. He said, "Oh, what's up, cuz? Da da da. Hey man, what's up with you and Black? You know me, man, ain't nothing, man. We had a little word, ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying?" He was like, "Nah, yo, that's crazy, because yo approached me and was gonna pay me to do something to you." I said, "Huh?" Now, under normal circumstances, I'm gonna understand somebody, he ain't say what the number was. They'd have done did it. He said, "But nah, cuz I fuck with you, Cal. Man, fuck that bitch ass nigga Black. You want me to do something to him?" I said, "Nah, bro, you good, man. Just, man, whatever. Man, I pretty bond we bring it in." Then a couple days later, I go somewhere else. Another pocket of youngins tell me the same thing. Give me the same rundown. Yo, he tried to pay woo to woo, but we fuck with you, Eastern Shore. You know what I mean? That bitch ass nigga woo to woo. I'm like, nah, cuz. Cuz that's another thing. I used to stop him from like crashing out, like on even the staff members where we was at and all that shit. and I just smoke with them and shit. And then here's what I'm getting to, right? And here's where this skill got honed. Mind you, I am in something I ain't never seen before. I don't know how to whoop the whoop. Getting jobs ain't working, even though I'm in the most dangerous city in America. Can't get no job because it wasn't meant for me to get no job. Because he was helping me deal with my plan and his will. And I still deal with that to a certain degree. He started like by me being around all these, I started being accountable to myself. So even now when I mess up, which is rare, but let's say I make a bad decision, I just own up to the shit. Ain't no blame shifting, ain't no none of that. Like when you fast my base, you stick your hand up, now that was me. You know what I'm saying? Without a whole bunch of trying to explain some shit. I did it, what's the consequence? All right, boom. But here's one of them, and I just thought about this. Now I had a couple comments on here where people saying like I'm kind of humorous or whatever. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no comedian or nothing. I just be naturally be myself, and I'm getting more comfortable just talking to y'all through YouTube, right? But here's where I honed this particular skill. The gift of humor. Because for years, I suffered from severe depression on end, by my own hand. Drinking, making bad decisions, had some near-death experiences. You know, lost a shawty that I thought was the one. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of tells, because, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I wasn't suicidal, but like, what's so great about life? And now I see it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, he playing, they ain't real, they manipulating them. And this is all I'm surrounded by. I'm like, man. And now I can't drink and cope and, you know, sing Bill Withers. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know when I transitioned to this, and I don't think it was a conscious thought. It just ended up being a counter tactic. So I'm in this, you know, wild type situation, trying to stay sober around all these wild characters, essentially by myself. So I started finding humor in just regular life situations. You know what I'm saying? And humor is a blessing, and humor good for the soul. Not that I joke about everything or I turn everything into a joke, but it was so wacky wild. I turned everything into a joke because the whole demonstration was a joke. And that was like a way I used to like be dismissive of folks. Like I just kind of joke. You know what I mean? Just make a joke and roll out. Like I ain't take you serious. Because I can't afford to take you serious. The only time I take you serious is if you get serious. But just words flying out your mouth, no. Man, I got other stuff to do. You'll get all wrapped up in the spin cycle just taking everybody as they present themselves. And then I come to discover. And then it kind of just latched on to my feng shui. So then I started noticing, like, I just kind of kept that attribute. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever situation I'm in, I can find some humor in it. And that congregates people to you. When you're more humorous or lighthearted, you have a different type of spirit. And I've had people tell me that, like, earlier in my journey. Like, I had seen some Hebrew Israelite brothers on the corner. You know what I mean? They want to speak, so I respect. I don't really, you know what I mean? I stopped, chop it up to them, you know what I mean? Talk to them for a second. And within the first minute, they was like, yo, your spirit different. You know what I'm saying? And this when I was coming to understand or come to the knowledge that we're the scriptural, you know, Hebrews and so on and so forth. I'm like, okay. But I've been getting little flashes of stuff, you know what I'm saying, of like skills that were added to me. Now I always enjoyed, you know, comedy, humor. But being able to turn life and see it what it is into a joke. Or not just that, but being able to just see random stuff and get some profound life lesson out of it. You know what I mean? Like, I seen a video on it, and then I read some clip. Read a clip. It was somewhere. But, and mind you, I'm trying to do stuff that's not, like, ain't nothing working. You know what I mean? I'm sustained, but I can't break through because it wasn't meant for the breakthrough. But I read this thing about, I think it's a bonsai tree or one of them type trees where it says it's planted. And basically, it was dark. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't a whole lot of resources, whatever. And it said the seed might stay buried for 3 years. Now, don't quote me. I'm just using it, you know what I mean, as an analogy. It said the seed might stay buried for like 3 years. But once it sprouts above earth, it shoots up something like 9 feet in like, I don't know, 4 days or something. It's probably like 90 feet in 3 months or something like that. But its growth, once it cracks the surface, is exponential. So after years, I finally I got multiple breakthroughs in multiple ways that allowed me to do what I had planned to do. But then it put me in proximity of people who weren't necessarily in the recovery world. And then being around these people, I realized why I was planning so long. So it did increase my faith and my trust in the Most High. Because I think I know everything. You know what I'm saying? Well, I think I know what's best for me. But being planning so long and the shadow work and the humility that it forged into me, I then seen how many people are deficient in those areas, which further not alienated me, but it kind of set me apart to a degree at a time where I see the benefit in being set apart. You see what I'm saying? So then it put teeth to when people say trust the process. And they say that because the process typically don't make no sense. If for nothing else, you have no reference point for it. Like your brain doesn't have any memory of doing, even if it's beneficial to you, your brain doesn't have a memory of it. So it's going to feel uncomfortable because you're like rewriting a new program. You know what I'm saying? So I feel the need. And then, as far as like emotional stoicism, like I had to like do a mental override. You know what I'm saying? So now like I'll react, but I still got control. Like my emotions don't control me. Even though I feel the mist of rage, I don't act on it. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm still able to critically think in the midst of the emotion of rage or whatever and be calculating. That's another thing it taught me. How to be strategic and play the long game. Getting out of instant gratification. You know what I'm saying? Because typically instant gratification causes you long-term suffering. Delayed gratification is more of a reciprocal thing that you can continue to feast off of. You know what I mean? But wow, like I'm just sitting on this right, like what a journey it's been. And now I've embraced the journey. Like I got a destination in mind, and that's what I used to do. That's why I used to relapse. Because if it don't happen in my time or how I think, then I'm like, man, this ain't worth it. I might as well go back drinking. If I can't live the way I want to live. Not understanding that for whatever your goals, dreams, aspirations are, it's the journey and the things you face, overcome, deal with, see, learn, that actually give you the skill set that once you get to where you're going, you can actually stay there. And with that, man, I'm going to sign off, y'all. Ooh, ah.